Hi everyone, I'm Christina Fecio and I have an opportunity today to catch up with my friend and colleague Gerald Smith. Gerald started out 2020 in a new position as the Career Development Coordinator for Western New York, working specifically in the early childhood childcare industry. So I'm happy to have him with us today. And Gerald, I appreciate you sharing your time.
Yeah, thank you for hosting this, Christina. I've watched your other series and they've been very informative. This is a very helpful resource that you have for the early childhood community. It's been great. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you here and I'm hoping people are finding value. We're just trying to find some ways to stay connected when we can't actually get together in the ways that we're used to. I'm guessing that this is sort of an unusual time for you with your new position, your new initiative. Some people, like you and I talked about earlier, are probably using this as a time for reflection and to figure out what's next in terms of their careers. So I'm wondering if you can sort of share what it is that you do and the services that you offer and tell us a little more about that.
Yeah, for sure. So this is a new position here regionally. CUNY has been doing career advising for the last decade or so under their New York Early Childhood Professional Development Institute. And so this is under that umbrella. We are the Career Development Center, and they recently received a grant to expand their services throughout the state. So now there's a Career Development Center in Albany and in Oneida and in Long Island and here in Western New York with the hopes of eventually going statewide. So what we do is career advising for early childhood folks. So you and I both know that there is a ton of turnover in early childhood. Sometimes folks don't have the support that they need to advance throughout their careers. So we want to be that support for the early childhood professionals. So we offer career advising one-on-one. I can come out to, well, in normal circumstances, I would come out to your center and meet with you, but during COVID, we're doing Zoom, so we're trying to mimic our services as much as possible. But we can help you, plan your career going forward, finding the right college program to help advance yourself, finding a CDA program that you want to enroll in, or the CPAC, the Children's Program Administrator Credential, and things like job search. Maybe you're not in the right position and you want to see what else is out there. It's a really growing field, early childhood, and it's not just teaching in an early child care center. There's a lot of opportunities out there, so we can help you maybe find something that better suits your needs, help you build a resume, help you practice your interviewing, help you build out your social media profile, your LinkedIn page, things like that, just to provide that support that in our community didn't really exist, maybe outside of a mentor that somebody might have or a child care director. But there are a lot of gaps to fill in our field. So we're just out here, providing the support to those that are providing the support to children and families.
So when you think about some of the people who might be your potential clients, can you give me an idea of, are these typically people who are already employed in a child care setting, or are they students, or is it a mix of both?
Yeah, a mix of both. So we certainly want to support those that are already in the field, teachers and directors and home visitors and anyone in the field. We want to provide that support to, but also recruiting new individuals. So I've talked with our local BOCES programs, right? So a high school student might be taking some early childhood classes and might not know what the broader early childhood field looks like. So, talking to them about what that could look like and how to advance their career and, climb up that career ladder. It could be, talking to college students. Maybe they don't have a major yet, or, they have a major, but they're not sure it's right for them. So it really runs the gamut from, teenagers through that wizened professional that's been in the field and wants to see what else is out there. So really with the, ultimate goal of recruiting and retaining our best and brightest staff.
That's really great. And I think we probably should have started out by mentioning that these are all free services, right?
Yeah, of course. We are grant funded. Yes, these are all free services, no charge for anything. And, I come out, I can do group sessions. I've done that in the past. A group of directors wants to learn more about the CPAC. So I can develop, a presentation to those folks. I've gone out to centers and met with, 5 or 6 of their teachers individually, half an hour, 45-minute sessions with individual teachers, assistant teachers, and, developing a plan for them and how to advance their career and how to get that next certificate or credential, so they can stay in the field and move up that pay ladder. And so yeah, it's all free, and it's all just to help support that early childhood field that needs it.
Well, when I think about when I was a director, I would have loved this resource for my team because they relied on me for that. And often, and I did the best that I could, but often I didn't necessarily know what were all the options available to them, or I couldn't necessarily connect them with who they needed to be connected with. So it's great that they have that option with you.
Yeah, our childcare directors wear, 13 different hats on any given day, and they are expected to know far beyond what they went to school for or what their experience is. So, if we can help to take a little bit of that burden off their plate, then that's what we're here for. So, I've been working the last 5 months to really get the word out to directors that, we're here and we're here for them and their staff. In addition, there's another program run CUNY, which is a leadership initiative that directors should have. It's, kind of a sister program of ours, which really focuses on the leadership abilities and qualities of our early childhood leaders, because they just have so much on their plate and they're expected to know so much. And we just want to help, ease that burden as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really great to see this investment in Western New York childcare specifically coming, from the state, duplicating some of these programs like the Leadership Initiative or the Career Development Center as well. The more investment we have in our workforce, the better it is for all of us, I think. So I think that's really good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you and I have seen over the last decade or so some really great programming either come to Western New York or start in Western New York. Like it's just a really great time to be in the field, and there's more resources than ever. Is there enough? Certainly not. And hopefully we'll look back 10 years from now and say, look at how far we've come. But there are a lot of resources for professionals, but it's just navigating that labyrinth and knowing who to talk to and when to talk to them to get the right services and programs into centers or to professionals.
Yeah, that really sounds great. How would someone go about reaching you, Gerald?
So folks can call me. I'm giving out my cell phone nowadays, so folks can call me or they can text me. They can certainly email me. I offer lecture series. I've been ramping up that schedule a little bit. Typically we'd offer 3 maybe each semester. But since we've been working from home the last couple months, I've been offering them about once every 2 weeks. And that is workshops on resume writing, interview skills. My last one was on career pathways and, learning a little bit more about that broader early childhood field. So I've been meeting a lot of folks through those. In addition, we've been as a team kind of broadening that content and building out our content. So we're currently working on a lecture series on professionalism. So I'm piloting that next week to some CDA candidates. What does being an early childhood professional mean? And how can we hold ourselves up to higher standards so the broader community as a whole looks at us as professionals? I'm working on some content for directors and interviewing. So we have a interviewing for that teacher that wants to get a job, but we don't have anything for directors to use. And I heard that from the community that directors were interested in that. So I'm working with the Leadership Initiative on developing a workshop on interviewing for directors and how to find the right candidates for their center. And one other series we're working on is building out that social media. So working on developing, a professional LinkedIn page and how to build your network and use your network, to your advantage, whether it's a job search or, finding new opportunities for professional development.
Well, it really sounds like you have a lot going on. So I think that I'll make sure to share your contact information when I share this video. But is there anything else you want to share before we wrap up our chat?
Sure. First of all, I certainly would like to thank those early childhood folks. We have definitely learned during this time that we are essential. We knew that all throughout, but the broader community may not have. But you all are definitely essential, and the services that you provide to young children and their families is some of the most vital services out there. I was browsing some quotes recently, and I came across this one I think is really apt for early childhood folks. It's from Viktor Frankl, And he said, those who have a why to live can bear with almost any how. And I think us early childhood folks, the why to live, and especially with our profession, we know why we're doing it and we know how critical it is. So we can get through this. We are a resolute bunch. We're creative. So we can deal with this how. We will get our services and programs out to kiddos and their families in any way that we can. So I trust in all of us as early childhood professionals, and thank all of you out there for all the hard work that you're doing.
Well, that really is the perfect sentiment to wrap things up. So thank you so much, Gerald, and I'm sure I'll speak with you soon. Take care.
Thank you, Christina. Bye-bye.